Okay, welcome everybody to this final part of our webinar series under iBRoad. Usually it's Alice who makes the introduction. This time it will be me, since it's Alexander Deliyannis from INZEB who will be presenting. Very briefly, we'll have an overview of the iBRoad project. I expect some of our participants today have probably not heard the overview. It will be brief in any case. Then we will have the presentation on the stakeholders' views from our meetings with stakeholders on iBRoad and building renovation passports in general. So I will go right in and begin with the overview of the project. We are now in June 2020, which means that iBRoad has completed 36 months of work, and just about everything that it had promised to deliver is now out there. The original concept, of course, has been that we had the intention to make building renovation easier and more consistent, more efficient. We believe that this has been achieved through the tools that we have provided, the building renovation roadmap on the one hand, and the logbook on the other, which provides the information on a building from administrative information to construction to operation and use, even in the near future, smart information from, for example, smart energy meters, etc. All the work has been documented step by step, so an overview of the situation in various countries in respect to energy performance certificates of buildings, the concept of individual building renovation roadmap, what we mean based on 4 front-runner projects around Europe, research in specific countries about the opinions of the end users, the homeowners, the data that we would like to have in a logbook, and what the iBRoad concept would mean in practice, and all the surrounding studies and tools from energy demand calculation to the various software basic tools, the database structure, etc. All is documented in our reports. Stakeholder meetings, 2 series of meetings. The first report is already out there. The second report will be soon out there, and the information from the report will be presented today. The work that was done around the building renovation roadmap and the logbook, what we call the iBRoad concept, was then adapted to the countries where iBRoad would be tested, pilot tested. So Bulgaria, Poland, and Portugal, plus Germany for the logbook specifically, plus a review of what it would mean in Belgium, Flanders, where, of course, it already exists. In fact, it was one of the front-runner projects considered in the concept. And then training packages, the handbook for energy auditors, the iBRoad training toolkit with all the presentations used. The auditors were trained in these countries, and the result has been what we call the field test experience, where iBRoad was tested in practice. More than 50 buildings had roadmaps and logbooks produced within this context. The test driving of the iBRoad concept was also evaluated both by homeowners and auditors, and this is in the report on the right. And thereon, what can happen from now on? Of course, states, but also local authorities or regional authorities can implement iBRoad, and there is guidance on this. And of course, iBRoad is not something that can just work as a magic bullet and solve all the issues around home renovation. It is, of course, very important to have surrounding instruments, and this has been also noted by other studies that have taken place in respect to building renovation passports on behalf of the European Commission in the context of the PBD, as foreseen. Good news that the work has been recognized, and now we are candidates in the Sustainable Energy Awards in the innovation category, along with some very, very worthy projects out there. We hope that you will vote for us. And after this webinar, as I said, this is the final in the series. Please visit iBRoad.project.eu, our website. Please subscribe to our news alerts. There are still news coming. Please download our reports to find out more information on whatever topic you're interested in. Please follow our YouTube channel, where this webinar will also be published by next week. If you have proposals for iBRoad to be presented further, if you think that it might be something that can be implemented in your area or in your sector, for example, a specific type of building, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us through our contact form or through our email. And as noted, we'd be very honored if you choose to vote for us at the Sustainable Energy Awards in the citizens category, which is determined by voters, of course, because the actual winners in the specific categories, innovation in our case, are decided by a committee. So without further ado, I give the floor to Alice and Eleftheria for their presentation. I understand that Eleftheria will be the actual presenter. Ladies, the floor is yours.